Welcome back to Squelch, the video game book club. I'm Dano.
I'm Matt at Arms.
And I'm Storm Rage, and we're here to remind you that Dragon Age 2 is a game, and games are supposed to be fun!
I agree. I don't know if I remember. It's been, I think, 5 months since we played a video game last, because we went to BlizzCon and recorded live Squelch, and then 2 of us went on vacation. So it feels like it's been forever. But what I do remember was that when I finished this week's stuff game up, I was like, this was an amazing end to an act. And it was just the end of Act 1. So
yeah, not to preview it too much, but when I came back, I was like midway through most of the quests that we're talking about today. I had like done the first half of it, but had not finished them. So I finished a bunch of quests, and I was like, oh, I really shouldn't have taken this long of a break because I don't remember what's happening. And then we got to the final quest, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to get back into it. And then at the end of the final quest, I was like, I have to stop here for the day. I can't just finish the game because I'm very curious as to what happens next.
Yep, same. Like I went on this whole break with you guys into like BlizzCon, and then I came back and I've had to work, unfortunately, unlike you two. And then I played. I did everything up until the final quest we're going to talk about, and then I just jumped right in, and I was like, "Oh, this is great! Why did I stop doing this?"
So good. It's so good.
It's really good.
And it catches you off guard because it's like a slow burn into like the end of Act 1. We'll get into it. Because this week we're covering the Blackpowder Promise, Enemies Among Us, Shepherding Wolves, Wayward Son, Act of Mercy, Garth Brooks?
Friends in Low Places.
Oh, okay. Friends in Low Places.
I was trying to figure out that joke for a while, so thank you for asking.
I was like, no fences? Thunder Rolls. Colorful checkerboard shirts.
Chris Gaines. Oh, I make that joke later. Never mind.
I love Chris Gaines. His little soap patch is so cute. The Exiled Prince, Duty, and finally the end of Act 1, the Deep Roads Expedition. Next week, we are going on a companion quest bonanza. We're starting with Finding Home, which is a main quest. Then we are doing Calling on the Captain, Speak to Fenris, A Bitter Pill, Consoling Words, Plans for the Future, Isabela's Ongoing Search, Visit Anders, Repentance, Night Terrors, Fool's Gold, and Raiders on the Cliffs. Most of those are companion quests. Those last 3 are secondary quests. Then the second main quest of the week is Prime Suspect, followed by the secondary quests Inside Job, Cave Crawling, Cavern of Dead, and Pick Up Pickaxes. All this will be in the guide that we have posted as well in the show notes of the episode, so go ahead and check it out there. So that is the goal for this upcoming week to play. As a reminder, we are using the guide written by No Zero. The link is in the podcast description, along with the quest we were playing each week. The link to the guide and the Google Doc is and our weekly plan is available in the podcast description. So go there. It's also on Discord if you need it in the Discord. It's a Dragon Age channel. If you're in Discord and you're like, I don't see the channel, it might be because you joined, I think, before we created the channels or after. I don't know. Discord is a weird thing where sometimes it doesn't show all the channels. So like and just like go to like the channel settings and click show all channels and everything will pop up. It's something like that. So if you think you're missing channels, that's probably what's going on. Should we go thank some patrons?
Yep.
Okay,
yes.
Thanks, Dean.
Thanks.
Thank you,
I am
Dean,
pretty incredible.
the best patron in the world.
Hey, Dean,
Okay,
come here.
thanks.
Since you're here, go ahead and sit here and talk into that and say thank you to the Grand Arcanum. You have to speak.
Thank you for our new patron,
The Grand
The Grand Acum.
Arcanum.
Oracum.
Arcanum.
Arcanum.
Nailed it. First try. Good job, Diener.
Arcaneum.
All right. Do you want to say?
That's that.
What?
Oh, that's a Band-Aid. You better go throw that away. That's a little gross. All right. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you for Grand Acum.
Got it. Nailed it.
It's a Grand Arcanum out of nowhere.
Thank you to all our patrons and our Twitch subs. Your support keeps this podcast sticking.
Including Dean.
Including Dean, and especially Dean. So this week we are going to do a Squelch After Dork. This is you can find this either on our Patreon feed or in our Discord. We're going to talk about vacations. I'm going to talk about my vacation, and Storm Age can talk about his vacation if he so chooses or not. It's his choice. So
Yeah.
Our vacation was amazing. My mom almost got
they don't know, but sucked into some mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She almost, and she was like,
Yeah, this is great podcasting. All right.
We're actually going to get to the game we're
All right,
supposed to talk about today. It
All right,
might be the Dean hour.
All right, I gotta go. You gotta go. All right. All right, let's get to our cast of characters.
This one's a real page turner.
So Hawk is our protagonist. Then we have Bethany Hawk and Carver Hawk, our twin brother and sister. We only have one of them with us. The other one got their face smushed in by an ogre, depending on which class we play. So Bethany is a mage and Carver is a warrior. Then we have Dog. Dog is our dog, and Dog is a skill in this game. How do we all feel about Dog being a skill?
I love
Like
dog being a
it.
skill.
Yeah, I'm a fan as well because then we always get Dog with us. So you don't have to
Yes.
sacrifice not having Dog with us for a party
It's
member.
just a fifth party member.
I do like having Dog with me at all times. I just feel like it is dangerous for me to be able to summon him into the middle of the deep roads without him being aware at all of what's happening. I think it should just be an all-time aura thing where Dog just always follows you, and it's on his choice. And most of the time he'll show up, but every now and then he'll be like, actually, I'm busy smelling this thing. I'll talk to you later.
I do enjoy that if Dog gets taken out of a fight, there's a minute cooldown before you can summon Dog again. So it's like, oh no, Dog's out of it, and then you're just waiting to resummon. Yep. Then we have Aveline Valen. She is a human warrior. She is now part of the town guard, the city guard.
Hey, cop.
She's a cop. Leandra Amel, she's our mom. Varric, a dwarf rogue with a crossbow named Bianca. How do we feel about Varric, everybody?
Varric's great.
Big thumbs up. I also I went through and I looked more at Varric's skills today, and so many of Varric's skills are like the song of Bianca, the lullaby of Bianca, and I had to be like, who is this Bianca? How come I haven't heard of her before? It's the name of his crossbow, and I was like, oh, okay, this is Varric. You're being a little cheeky fella, and I approve.
Yeah, he mentions it when you first meet him. He's like, who's Bianca? He's like, that's my crossbow. So pretty she deserves a name. And then never mentioned again until Inquisition, where we get a whole Bianca backstory. So something to look forward to there. A little spoilers.
What a
y'all.
tease.
Yeah.
Right?
Anders is a human mage from Dragon Age Awakening. He was kind of a silly goofball in Awakening, and he is kind of a sad boy in Dragon Age 2. Have you guys played with Anders much at all?
Yeah. He's fun. He's good.
I just added him to my party so I could do Oops All Mages, and it turns out to be not the worst party comp I've had, and he's much more bearable than I was expecting. I actually like him a decent amount.
Did you bring no, you can just yes or no me here on this one. Did you bring Anders with on the final quest?
I did, yes.
Okay, good to know. Okay, cool. Then we have Fenris. Fenris is a elf former slave on the run from his magister master who magic tattoos into him. This guy does not like magic. He is full emo boy. He is mad at the world and wants everyone to know it. Any thoughts on Fenris?
Fenris is great.
Not had him in the party once, so
Neither have I. I'm playing a warrior.
No,
I don't need you, bud.
As a mage, anytime I do anything pro mage, he gets very angry about that, which is kind of fun because he gets even more emo and sad and angry. It's fun.
Yeah, he's the Morgan of the group, or the Sten, where like you bring him along and then you do something good and he gets super mad at you about it.
Yeah.
The nice part about this game, where like with Origins, like you could lose party members. This one, they just become a rival, but they stay with you. So, and then they get a different skill. Do they leave?
Are you suggesting that we can't lose party members?
I don't know. Am I suggesting we can't lose party members?
Well, you just said, unlike in Origins, you can't lose party members.
You can't talk a party member out of your party.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will accept this.
Yeah. So like in Origins, in Origins, you could get like Wind would attack you if you did certain things, right? Like you can't get Fenris to attack you if you do certain things in 2. So
And you can still romance them if they're rivals, which makes it different
which
options.
I mean, duh.
Obvi.
Isabela is a human rogue. She is a pirate captain without a boat. She is a ton of fun to bring in a party. I've had the Isabela, Meryl, and Bethany party rolling for a while, and they are good fun. Good fun. I've had a bunch of fun rolling that party comp.
You want to go outside?
And then the last one we have, Meryl. She is a Dalish elf who got kicked out of her tribe because she full-on dabbles in blood magic. Have you guys played with Meryl much yet?
I have not.
Yeah, it's really easy for Meryl to die because blood magic uses their blood as instead of using magic points, she uses her health points. And so it's real easy for Meryl to just shuffle off that's mortal coil for a fight. So all of a sudden you're like, where did Meryl go? Oh, it's like, too many spells, Meryl. Too many spells.
Also, you can make her super difficult to be killed by just loading up with all the different types of armor and things that she can get. And she can be pretty tanky.
She could be especially tanky if you go rival with her, but like you have to want to be mean to rival Meryl because she's just like the small town girl in the big city by herself, and like to rival Meryl, like turn Meryl into a rival, you have to truly want it. Like you have to be a cruel person. I couldn't do it. All right, should we hop into the recap?
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens. We have a long year ahead of us.
Still think it's fun. All right, so we started with Blackpowder Promise, and I promise you that I remember what this is about. Storm Rage, tell us about this quest.
So Blackpowder Promise starts out, you rescue this dwarf who, I can't remember the exact actual acquisition of it. Is it the dwarf? It is the dwarf.
Yeah.
And dwarf's like, hey, I've come into contact with some Canary, and if you help me out, then I can get this recipe for some big explosive powder, aka what it seems to be fantasy gunpowder, and then I'll make a bunch of money, and then you can make a bunch of money. So let's do that. You go and you help murder a bunch of the Canary, but they're not the Canary. They're the
Talvashoth.
Talvashoth. That's what I
Something like
said.
that, right?
That's what came out of my mouth as well. And then you go back to the leader of the Canary, and you're like, "Hey, I did all the things you wanted. Can we get that recipe?" And he's like, "Ooh, no, I never made this deal. I never said I would do this.
Yep.
Go away." And you could be like, "Well, he promised me money," and he'll be like, "Okay, dwarf, pay them stop trying to take credit for their accomplishments and be gone.
It
I love
was
this quest.
a fun quest because you put a lot of words in his mouth. He goes, all right, so I did the thing that you want me to do. Give me my money. And he's like, no. And then like ends it there. It's so good.
Yep.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Throwing the dwarf under the bus was amazing. Just like, no, I just want my money. Can I go?
Yeah. I tried
It's
all
just
the
like-
different
it's just
options
great.
because it was so much fun. I wanted to see how they all worked out. And they were all great. Where it's like, you're greedy. Here's your money. Dwarf, you made a promise on my behalf. Pay him to complete that promise that you made, or I will make you pay. They're all a ton of fun. A ton of fun. Matt, tell me about enemies among us.
All right, so you're in the gallows, and this lady comes up to you and says she wants to find your missing brother, who is named Kieran, but I'm just going to call him Karen because his name's Karen. Just transpose letters. He's a recruit of the Templars, and he went missing when discussing something with the Templar manager. So you just talk to a bunch of recruits, and they tell you a whole bunch of them been missing. When they go to camp, they just disappear. So you try looking there. So when you go to the camp, you go find a captain of the intimidating a recruit. And then you say, hey, back off, and he turns into abomination, and you kill them all. And then the last one, and the recruit you save, says he last saw Karen at the brothel. So, all right, let's go to the brothel. And then you go upstairs, and there's a lady that all the recruits were seeing after you investigate. And then she's a blood mage, and she's transfixing. She's casting a spell on your character, trying to transfix you and get you to join them, but you either end up fridging her with the Templars, or you can just offer. What'd you guys do?
Did you have if you have a mage in the party, you can help me out. So I have Bethany in my party because why wouldn't I have Bethany in my party? I'm like, Bethany, a hand here, and then the mage steps in and says, hey, stop blood magicking the person, and it's a pretty good time.
No, I as a mage myself, I played along with it right up into the end and be like, nice job. And then broke the spell. It was great. So then you go find, she tells you where the hideout is before she gets offed. And then you go to the hideout and kill a bunch of blood mages. And then Karen shows up in a cocoon and is saved. And then you go back to the gallows and turn in the quest, and you have a good chance to tell off the Templars. So.
You did miss a pretty significant aspect about this quest, which is the reason that everybody's going missing is that these Templars are being imprisoned by this group of blood mages, and then they're grabbing demons and shoving them in these people's bodies, which we used to think was only possible with mages. And so their goal is to infiltrate the Templars with enough demons that trust within the Templars shatters, which is a pretty impressive plot to break down the Templars if you can't trust somebody's not a demon. But it's the first time that we've seen somebody other than a mage get taken over by a demon.
I missed that.
Very fun quest.
It's like I did this quest 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You can choose to kill or not kill the initial mage that tries to bewitch you. Did you guys choose to kill her?
Mm-hmm.
No, I sent her off to the Templars.
You did. Did you have Isabela in your party?
I did. She was not happy.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, it's a fun quest, though. I think that some fun choices in that one. And it's a pretty quick little quest with a bunch of really cool world building. I'm a big fan of this quest. There's a lot of these little quests where it's this is 10 minutes of your day, but we're going to throw a bunch of world building at you. Really cool one. Tell me about shepherding wolves, Stormrage.
It's a super small one. You go and you find a woman who's just in the middle of the street being like, can you fight and help me, please and thank you? And another group of rogues is like, yeah, we'll help you. Just come into this dark alley. And then she goes into the dark alley, and then surprise, surprise, she's about to get mugged. We step in and help her. She's like, hey, I have a quest for you. Da 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 da. Here's a Canary. This Canary is a mage. Yay! And also, you need to get them out of the city to safety, because if anybody in our town finds them, the Templar's going to kill them because mage. If any of their people find them, they'll kill them because Canary don't do mages. So you've got to get them out and safely. And we go, okay, yes, Dano, go ahead.
Canaries don't do free mages, right?
Yes.
So Canaries have mages, but they see them as like weapons that must be controlled. So like they are fully collared and controlled by like these special Canary that like can like order them to do certain things. And so they don't speak, they don't act on their own, they don't do anything on their own. They are purely seen as a weapon to be used. Like their mouth, like his mouth was like sewn shut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
You get him out of the city, and you run into a handful of Canary that have been tipped off that you are on the way out. Weird. That's probably nothing to think about too much. And they're like, hey, you need to give that mage over to us, or we're going to kill you. Did you guys hand him over, or did you say, hey, no, he should be free?
Heck no, I didn't hand him over. I'm not a monster.
No, yeah, it's like, no, like, needs to be free. Absolutely free.
Yeah. I was in the same boat, so we all had the exact same quest experience. Then at the end of the fight, the mage kind of speaks for the first time and is like, well, time to die. And you're like, wait, I just saved you. The whole purpose of this is that you didn't die. And he was like, yeah, I know, but the coon speaks to me. The coon is what guides me, and I need to die according to that. So he sets himself on fire, and then you go back and you're like, hey, seems like you're trying to start a war by having to get me killed. That was bad. And you can either say, hey, don't do that again. Please give me my money. Or I think you can kill them. I don't remember. I didn't choose that one. I just said, give me my money.
I don't remember what the.
I don't think you can kill them.
Yeah, let me see.
I think you just demand the money and they disappear, or I think you can turn her into the Chantry. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, it's I should kill you, not I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
So a bit about the Canary. The Coon is like their religion, and like it's a very much a state-run religion. And the way the Coon, it's like duty above all else. And so they say the Coon is a choice. The choice is you either can follow the Coon. I think it's Coon is pronounced how it's pronounced, I believe. You either choose to follow it or you choose to die. That is the choice that you are given. And they very much mean that it's a choice. You can choose to follow it and be a good member of the Canary society, and like, or a good member of the Coon, because there are humans that also follow the Coon. Or you can just choose to die, which is also your choice. And that's, so it's very like, there is no choice, but the way that they kind of portray it as if that is the choice, you have a choice.
Yeah.
You are free. You are free to make whatever choice you want. Your choice is to either follow the Coon or to die, and that is your choice. You are a free person to make that choice. It's fascinating. And the Tal Vasoth or should know how it's pronounced. They are like rebels who don't believe in following the Coon. Like they don't believe that is a real choice. So that's kind of who they are. So they're all over the place in this area as well, because we have the Canary who are like at the docks, and they're part of like, they will come up later in the game. And then we also have these Canary rebels who are kind of all out in the world area of the game. We run into all the time and just kind of like kill them as if they were bandits. So
yeah.
But I felt like we needed a little bit of like background on the Canary a little bit, because like their religion is, and we'll get into a lot more here shortly, but that will be a big part of Dragon Age 2, and then it'll come again in Dragon Age Inquisition as well. I have no idea about Veilguard, because I don't know anything about that game. I know zero thing. I think your character is called the Rook. That's all I know. So yeah.
Okay.
Wayward Son. This is a banger of a quest. Matt, tell us about this one.
All right. So, you want me to carry on with it?
I do want you to carry on. Yes.
Sorry, I got some musical puns in this episode.
Apparently.
Sure do.
So this elf lady in the alien age wants us to find her son. She hasn't heard from him in a bit. He might be a mage, and she also
He
wants
is
to
a
keep
mage.
him
I
away
think she
from
comes forward with that he's a mage.
Yeah, he's a mage. He's
Yes.
he's a sleeper. He can manipulate the Fade in some way.
Yeah.
So he wants to keep him away from the Templars, and she wants to keep him safe from demons, which is, sure. So
Me
she
too.
knows a merchant. Yeah, so she knows a merchant that she dealt with. So you go interview, interrogate him, and he tells you about this fella named Danzig, and then where he's at. And so you go back to where Danzig is, and you fight him and the rest of the misfits. Yes, I went there, and we find that everyone happens to be in the wound, where everything happens in the Wounded Coast. Yes. Anyway, so we find the kid with a bunch of slavers, and then we can after we murder the slavers, I think we can either send him to the Circle or send him to the Dalish. He is basically a half elf.
He is
if
a
I
half
remember
elf.
correctly.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So, what'd y'all do?
I sent him to the Dalish. I was like, hey, I know those people. They're pretty cool. Let's do that because the Circle seems bad in this city.
Mm-hmm. Same. I was like, yeah, go straight. He's like, but I'm not an elf. I'm like, you're close enough.
Oh, he wanted to go join the Dalish for me in my run through.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And I had Isabela, not Isabela, sorry. I didn't have Isabela with me, but I had Meryl with me, who's a Dalish elf. And I was like, Meryl, because you could like call on characters sometimes at certain points in the game, and they will like answer for you, and then you also get relationship points for doing that. And so I'm like, Meryl, and she's like, yes, they will take him in because he's Dalish, but you will be as much an outsider there as you are here, and it won't be an easy life, but they will take you in and protect you and teach you how to use your magic.
Okay.
And like the mother
yeah.
The mother was afraid, so the mother helped hide him at first, and then when he started having his nightmares, that's when she like alerted like the Templars to him, because she was worried that he was going to get possessed in his dreams, which is like kind of the fear of mages, right? Is that like that while they sleep they can enter the Fade, and then when they enter the Fade then they can get taken over by a demon. And so that was kind of where the Templars got involved a little bit with it, and things got a little bit hinky, and then you get to go on a fun little questy do to figure out where this dude went off to.
Yep.
Yeah. So during the quest you can pick up an errant letter from like on the body of one of the other mages that's with the son. And then basically it's a letter to Templar Thrask from his apostate mage daughter, which you can find him kind of in the gallows somewhere.
Yep.
I think he's in the gallows.
Yes, he's in the gallows.
And you can either like give it to him and keep it under your hat, or you can blackmail him. It really depends on what happens in the next quest. Actually, I think if you blackmail him, I did not though.
Yeah, did you blackmail him, Storm Rage?
I am doing very much a Storm Age run, which is I try to be as nice as I can to every single person that I come across.
I'm doing the same thing. I like 50-50 like snark and the nice things, so I do those.
Yeah.
Every now and again I'll do like the stern one, the bottom right, where if it's something that's like it's obvious like the good call is to be kind of like to be angry at something, I will pull that out from time to time. But yeah, it's hard to play the not nice person. I mean even like in a pretend story, it's not easy to be like just mean to everyone. I'm like, oh, but what about the computer's feelings? Like
Exactly.
This is why I tell GPT please and thank you.
I know, right? But yeah, no, I was cool with him, right? And especially because he's a Templar that is on, not necessarily on the mage's side, but like sees the mages as people, and that isn't something that is really, that's not a common like feeling from the Templars of Kirkwall.
Right.
And so like outing the one who is the good guy, it seems like a bad call if you also believe that mages are people. And so yeah, so I thought it made most sense just to kind of have Thrask be cool. Like, hey, bud, here you go. We're bros. We get it, it's all cool. And speaking of Thrask, tell us about Thrask a little bit more here, Storm Rage.
Well, he's like, hey, there's a group of apostates, and I need to bring them back. But if I don't bring them back, this other dude's gonna go kill them. So please don't. I don't want them to die. Please just bring them back so that way nobody dies. And you can go in and you meet up with their leader, Demasius. His name. And he is a blood mage and also is raising all of the different corpses in the bone mine, the bone pit, to fight for him. He's a necromancer of sorts, and it is bad news bears. You go on a bunch of murder sprees, you kill all of the apostate mages that rise up against you, and then there are a handful left that are like, hey, please let us go. We just don't want to go back to the circle. Please let us go. And you can either say, sorry, or you can say, I'm taking you, or you can just go and kill them. Many options. You eventually make your way out, and you are confronted by Thrask, who's like, hey, what's up with the apostates? And you can be like, they're gone. They're just all gone. And if you have Varric with you, he will convince Thrask and the other Templars that show up, hey, they're actually just gone. If you don't have him, then you can be like, they're gone. And he's like, it's a mine. Where did they go? I'm gonna check. And you're like, oh, no, wait, fight. And you can fight and beat him up.
Oh, really? You did fight the Templars?
Yes.
Does that include Thrask, or does Thrask not include?
Thrask sides with you and will fight against the other Templars.
Whoa, that's kind of a fun little outcome. So
yeah, what did you guys do?
I had Varric with me, so I was like, hey, Varric, take care of this. And he's like, sure. They got away, Nadoy. I'm good at storytelling. I'm like, Varric said it's true, so it must be true. And so they are mages from a different tower. So they are not from the gallows. They are from a different tower, also in like the same like general region. I don't remember where it was, but it's somewhere nearby. Something happened to their tower, and they ran away. And like it was kind of fun where it was like a bunch of them were like, yeah, we're blood mages now, and this guy is our leader, and we're gonna ride or die. And then some of them were like, I just didn't know what to do. So I like followed them, and I'm in way over my head. Please help me. I don't like this. This was a good one. This was a fun one.
It was a really solid one.
Yeah.
I like this one a bunch.
So the Templars did not die for me, which was, cool. Though if Thrask lived, I mean, maybe maybe having Varric with me wasn't the best call. Matt, here is Friends in Low Places. I didn't have to do this one. Did Storm Mage, did you have to do this quest? Yeah.
I skipped this as well.
I didn't. I did it anyway, even though I told him off. No. Basically, yeah, you meet up with a dwarf. He's not allowed to invest in the expedition because he's a jerk. But he's going to invest in you in the expedition if you don't have the 50 gold. So.
Yeah, so in order to join the expedition to go on the deep roads, we need to give 50 gold to Varric's brother, whose name I am blanking on right now.
I mean,
Bertrand?
Bartrand. Yes,
Bartrand.
Nice call, Bartrand. So we need to get 50 gold to become a partner of the expedition, essentially. They don't have all the money they need. They don't want to take it from Garth Brooks to Dwarf. So we have to buy in. Now, if we don't have the 50 gold, this is a great way for like really fun like storytelling way for BioWare devs to be like, hey, there's a finite amount of gold in this game. There's only so much gold you can get, and if you spent it on stuff, you basically soft locked out of the game. So here's a way to progress the story if you either don't want to do all the quests or if you spend all your gold on something else. So yeah, I thought it was clever. But yeah, I didn't do this one. Yeah. And then we have the DLCs, the Exiled Prince and Duty. These are both pretty short. Storm Rage, tell us about them.
Sad boy Sebastian puts up a flyer on a statue and is like, please kill these people that murdered my family. You do so. You go to him and you're like, I murdered a bunch of people for you. And he's like, gee, thanks. That's it.
Yep.
It's pretty much it. He's like, oh, wow, I didn't know anyone would do the murders for me. Thank you so much for doing that. And you're like, you're welcome.
I'm so great about it, but you're welcome.
Sorry, I have a bit of a cold. That's making me cough. Hold on. All right. And now the Act 1 finale, the Deep Roads Expedition. This is it. This is what we've been leading up to. So we finished up we joined our crime family of choice, either the mercenaries or the smugglers. Varric approached us, said, hey, you need to get 50 gold. Why don't we go a quest and there's gold to be found? We get our 50 gold. We've kind of made a name for ourselves, and now it is time to go into the deep roads. And we do. So when we enter the deep roads, we get to first choose our party. So there's a first party choice, and someone comes to talk to us as a second party choice. I want to know, who was your initial party choice?
My initial party choice was Bethany, Varric, and Anders.
Okay, nice. Matt?
I initially did Carver, Anders, and I had to take Varric with me because he's locked in.
Yeah,
so,
Varric's
it was
locked
basically Carver and Anders then.
Okay, and I took Varric, obviously because we have to, Bethany because my sister, and then I also took Meryl along as well. Pretty sure it was Meryl. It wasn't Isabela. It must have been Meryl. I took Meryl along. And then your mother comes up to you and goes, what are you doing? You can't take your brother and or sister with you. This is all I have left. This is going to be super dangerous. I know you have to do this, but you don't have to bring your sibling along. Did either of you listen to your mother and leave your sibling behind? Matt, you did?
Yes, I did.
Stormrage, did you?
No! If I leave my sibling behind, the Templars are gonna come get her. She's an apostate mage. I'm not letting her go anywhere without me.
Yeah, I also was like, Mom, deal. We'll be fine. No big deal. It's fine. She's my healer. I need a healer. Deal with it. We're gonna be fine. So it was just me, Varric, Meryl, and Bethany. You may have noticed I left out an important character, and that one we're going to talk about here in a little bit. I didn't know.
I will say I got kind of lucky with this one because Anders just became my white mage, so I just kept bringing him with every party comp.
Nice, yeah.
And it ends up being useful in this one.
See, that was Bethany for me. So Bethany was my heal. She was like 60% elemental, like blow everything up and freeze everything, and then 40% heals. So, and then you can't, and then Meryl can't heal. As a blood mage, she can't heal. And so like she's a mage, but not a Healy mage. So I was like, well, I have a terrible build for Anders. I don't want to deal with that right now. I'm just going to roll with Bethany. Sorry, Mom, but like, we're going to be fine. She's an adventurer. She's been with me on all of these. We're going to be fine. Deal with it.
Yeah.
So we head into the deep roads. And
before we go in, it shocked me that they stopped to be like, hey, don't take your sibling with you. And I was like, why? This is such a weird thing. Like, they've not done this at any point before this time. It's gonna be fine. It's always fine. It wasn't fine.
Well, see. So I get the cutscene where the mother's like, "No, don't take your brother." So I don't take him, and I swap out for Aveline.
Okay.
And he basically is like, "You never let me do anything fun."
Yeah.
Like he does. He throws a little temper tantrum, and then you leave.
Yeah, that's what I did in my first playthrough back in like 2020, whenever I played this last time. I was like, okay, Mom, that's fine. And then he threw a temper tantrum because Carver's kind of like a little baby.
Yes.
Bethany is awesome, by the way, like legitimately
Bethany's
awesome.
Great.
So like one of my favorite characters in the game, hands down. And she's like, yeah, okay. All right, so we get in and it's the deep road, just super cool. And we don't really know where we're going. We just know that if we go deep enough, we're gonna find something cool. Matt.
Something.
So I love the deep roads in this game because it didn't feel claustrophobic. The last deep roads in Origins felt super claustrophobic to me. These felt like super tall and very, like, impressive. Like they just improved the way it looks. It looks so much better.
Yeah, much better looking Deep Roads. The Deep Roads in Origins was not super impressive. The Deep Roads in Dragon Age 2, very impressive, very cool.
Yep.
Like Matt said, I think equal parts feels like even more claustrophobic, like even more like you're trapped in certain spots, and then also like much more wide open. I think it was artistically a much more interesting like area.
They also did my favorite thing in map design in like games like this, where there's like a huge map that you're like spiraling through, where you overlook one edge, you go in the side corridor, and go through a bunch of stuff, and you come back and you see the other edge. You come out on the exact same other edge. It's like it's great.
Yeah,
I love it.
So our way is blocked. We have to find a way. Bartrand, Varric's brother, is super angry because he's always super angry. He's an angry boy. He yells at his scouts and is all like angry at him. And then Varric's like, "Yo, chill, man. We'll just find a way through." And so like, off we go. And before we go, the merchant, Sandal's dad. What? I'm blanking on his name. He's the merchant from Dragon Age Origins. He's also merchant in Dragon Age 2. Comes up to us like, Sandal is missing. I went to get because he came along as well with the expedition to like, he was basically in charge of like food and that kind of stuff. And so he's like, I went and got like dinner ready, and I turn around and Sandal is gone. Can you please go and find Sandal? And you can either say, yeah, of course I can help you find Sandal. Or you'd be like, nah, Sandal's on his own. I assume we all said, yeah, we can go find Sandal.
Yeah, I did tell Bodon I had to go find his son.
Bodon, nice.
Bodon,
good call.
there we
I'm sure
go.
you didn't look that up.
Nope, not at all. And also, fun fact, I didn't realize that he was his adopted son, not biological son.
Yep, adopted son. Yep. And so
we all
that's
know what happened to Sandal.
Origins, like early on in Origins. So.
Well, also, if you're aware of if you paid attention to what happened in Origins and near the end of the game, Sandal can handle himself.
Sandal can handle himself, and so we kind of are making our way through the Deep Roads, and we find ourselves in like a large open area, and we have to kill a whole bunch of Darkspawn. And at the end, who do we find there at the end of it?
And a dragon.
Sandal! Enchantment?
Sandal, that's right.
Yeah, so we find Sandal, and there was an ogre there, and the ogre is like frozen solid. I don't know if he's glass or ice or what he is.
Frozen in time, perhaps?
Yeah.
Right.
And you can be like, Sandal, what happened here? And he's like, enchantment. And you're like, hey, go back to your dad. He's like, okay.
No, what was great was like he points to the ogre. He says, enchantment. And then you ask, what happened to these guys? He says, not enchantment. Yeah.
I forgot that. Not enchantment. Yeah, so we have to kind of fight our way through the Darkspawn. We find Sandal, and then we have to keep on moving through. At this point, we run into a dragon, like a legitimate dragon in a dragon game. Love that very much. How was this dragon fight go for you guys?
Weirdly, not that hard. Dragon,
Right.
The fight before this was actually the toughest one I've faced so far, and it was so hard I had to turn down the difficulty. Where you like open up a room and there's a stone golem and 4 shades or whatever, and then there's another wave of 10 shades, then there's another wave of 10 shades. It's just endless and never ending, and my party comp isn't good. So if there's just a lot of things again and again, I'm gonna die.
I think the shades
This is
happen
skippable.
later.
You can skip that one.
Yeah, you sure can.
It was
But when you die you die 4 times to that room, you eventually go, well, I just need to get this done. So
yeah, that is a really, really tough fight. It's an optional fight. I don't remember what you even get out of the fight, but
You get experience. That's it.
It is really, really, really fun. And I looked up right now. Sandal gives you a rune of frost after the Sandal's ogre situation. So, but yeah, it's a incredibly difficult fight, and I thought it was really fun. It took me a couple of tries as well to get through it. Then we get to the dragon fight. Just a typical dragon fight, really. We have some
Yeah.
first. We have some dragonlings, then a boss dragon. You just kind of
It's
keep
pretty
them
straightforward.
keep them bothered, and then you kind of get through them. The dragon's not crazy difficult, especially after the optional fight, but it's the required fight. So we kill the dragon, kill all the dragonlings, and then we reach the primeval Tig. So we get to this Tig, and then Varric's like, what in the world is this? Like, where are the statues of the paragons? Where are all the dwarf things? None of this looks very dwarfy, but this is definitely like a dwarven Tig. And so we're like, okay, we found something super duper cool here. We go back, let Bodin know that we found the something amazing, bring him in, and found like this crazy cool little idol. And, we go up to it, and the music swells, it gets very dangerous, and your character reaches out to touch this idol and then picks it up. No big deal. And then Varric's like, hey, cool idol. And then like gives it to his brother. And then his brother like gets super evilly and is like, thank you so much, brother. And then walks out, closes the door, locks you in the Tig, leaves you there to die.
Pretty rude.
Very rude.
Yeah, pretty rude. All for this idol made of red lyrium. Red lyrium, which is all over the Tig as well. So there's all this red lyrium all over the place. So we're like, okay, well, there better be another way out. So we can't go that way. I guess the only way out is in. So we start making our way in, and then we run into a rock demon. After we kill some other rock demons, we kill some like rock demons, and they're not a big deal. Like, you just kind of take care of them, taking care of business. And then this rock demon comes up to us, talking to us. He's like, "Hey, stop killing them. They're not very smart. So, like, how about you do me a favor? Like, you go kill this thing that I can't kill, and I will tell you the way out." I'm like,
That's
okay.
a pretty okay deal. But Anders was in my party, and he was like, don't deal with demons. And I was like, okay. And then I didn't.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I had Meryl in my party. Meryl's like, yeah, he's on the up and up. He's telling you the truth. No big deal. MBD.
Yeah, I was basically, I think I had a line where it's like, I told like Anders, or there was all, he's like, what else are we going to do? Like, how else are we going to get out of here? Right. So it's like, let's go kill the thing and come back.
So Storm Rage, tell me, what was your experience like after killing the rock demon right away?
Great. Then I just kept walking along, and I went on the exact same path, except for I killed a lot of dudes at the beginning of it.
Gotcha. And then did you have the big boss fight?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't have to kill anybody. I just got to the boss fight. Yeah, so then I had the boss fight. What did you guys think about this boss? About the boss mechanics? So this was a cool boss fight. So it was another rock thing. I don't remember what it was exactly.
I think it was an ancient rock wraith, which cool name.
Yeah. And it would like had it's a multiple phase fight, like I think a 3 or 4 phase fight. And like one of the after like each phase, it would go through this thing where it would basically have a big explosion, and you had to hide, and your party had to hide behind columns in order to not get like smoked by all like the rock shrapnel. And then you can go, and then he would summon more like ads. You have to go kill the ads, and then once you got the ads down, you can go and kill the rock wraith.
The frustrating part, the ads, I would kill the ads before their animation of their stand-up completed. So I had to like get off them, and then eventually they would like have to go back and ping them for one and kill them as they like because their health bar would go to all the way down to like a sliver, and then like wouldn't do any more damage.
No matter how much
too fast. I pounded. Basically, so I had to go around the room killing the ones, and then make my way back around and just ping them all down for one.
Are you still on normal difficulty?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on hard. I think that's what I'm on. The next one up. And I wasn't able to kill them that fast. And it could just be a party comp thing as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't have that problem where it sounds like a bit of a glitch there or something where.
I mean, it's just like the animation
was fast.
Yeah. But like the first time I did this, I was like, I'm gonna, I didn't know anything. The first time I did this, I got smoked because I got like completely blasted by the red radiation or whatever it is. Because I'm like, well, I guess this is part of the phase. I'm gonna just do some healing potions and then go back at it. It's like, and then I like near the second time it happened, I look to the right and there's like this area that's clear. I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna die.
That's funny.
And reload the fight.
Yeah,
And-
it's one of
and
those.
it was
It's a
pretty
bit of
easy
like
from there.
micromanaging of your party a little bit to make sure they're standing in the right spot, which isn't the
Yeah.
most fun thing, but it also I
Well-
thought it was clever enough that I enjoyed it.
Yeah, like there's one that was really good in like the end of the room in the corner where there's a ton of room behind it, so you could get him in there pretty easily. And I just poor dog couldn't just stayed out there.
What'd you think of a Storm Rage?
Poor dog. What?
What'd you think of the fight?
I thought it was fun. One of the things that I think a very small nitpick that I've had with the overall like mechanic of like controlling individuals, having them move is that so often that when I tell somebody to move somewhere, they will move there, and then before I get everybody to that spot that I need, and I can't go into like an eagle eye view. At least I'm not aware of one that I
Nope,
can.
you can't.
That by the time I get everybody that's heading to the same spot, by the time I get the last person there, the first person is like, well, I'm already here and there's other dudes I want to kill. So they just like go right back to where they were. And it's driven me crazy several times.
Mm-hmm.
This is the boss fight because there were no enemies during that kind of animation period where you needed to get around the pillar, that I didn't have that issue. And I was very excited that I intentionally like didn't put enemies during that phase, so that way your AI wouldn't automatically go and just leave the safety of the pillar.
Yeah, you can do a select all again. Like you can click and drag and have everybody selected if you wanted to again. You can still do that. In
Yeah,
this,
Control
in this
A
game.
works.
So
Yeah, Control A
Well,
fully.
I forget that.
I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way. I hardly ever control my companions in this one. I just have very, very like precise tactics set up so that like if this, then this, if this, then this, if this, a lot of that. And so that's one of the reasons I didn't bring Anders, so like, well, he's just not ready to go. So I don't want to deal with it. So
I do Control A lot just to focus on one or two mobs. Like,
I should be doing
let's
that
get this.
more.
It's like let's get this one, let's get this one, let's get this one, then we can focus on this guy. You know.
Yeah, I don't do a good job of focus firing. In Origins, I focus fired. I mean, that's the way you get through Origins. I was always focus firing. I don't do as good of a job.
Origins
I kind
taught
of let
me
them
to
go
do
do their
that.
own thing as long as they're... Because, like, I don't have a proper tank. I have a two-handed warrior who is, like...
Yeah.
She sort of tanks as my main character. I don't bring another tank along, and so... It's like, well, we're all just kind of doing our thing here. So
That's more of a tank than I've got.
All right. So, if you once the rock wraith, ancient rock wraith is dead, you go back to the rock demon and say, "Hey, I did it for you." He's like, "Cool." And then you're moving through, and then you find a bunch of treasure. I don't remember, Matt, when does the rock demon get mad at you? Do you remember?
It's like, oh, so like you no, he was like, just take the key, the rest of the treasure is mine. And you'd be like, and then you can be like, nah, I think I'm gonna take the treasure. And there's a great scene where like with Varys where you can be like, hey, can you take care of him? Yeah, and he just pops him with the crossbow and kills the demon. It's great.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what Varric, so I didn't actually choose Varric for that one. I was trying to talk my way through it, and then I got in the fight anyways, and he was very easy to kill, and I was like, I was worried about nothing. Because I was like, at this point, I was like out of health potions, and I was like, I really don't want to get in a fight. I cannot handle another boss right now. I don't think I saved after the last boss fight. I'm a little bit concerned about getting into a fight right now. So I just want to get through this. And he wouldn't let me, essentially. I chose poorly or something, so I got in the fight. And then he died like immediately. It's like, oh, no big deal. And then it was just some regular mobs. And I was like, oh, I was worried for nothing. And so you take care of the rock demon after all. And then you find like all the treasure that you could ever want. Like a giant treasure room. that this rock wraith has been hoarding, and so you get to choose all the treasure that you could ever want, and then you get to make your way out, and then happy ending, right? You did it. You now it's just got a 2 weeks through the deep roads, no big deal. MBD, hope we'll just figure out food on the way, and then we'll be gravy, right? Nothing bad happens here. Matt, did anything bad happen to you?
Nothing bad happened to me. It was all fine.
That's great. It's great. I'm so happy for you. Hey, Storm Rage, anything bad happened to you?
Yes, Dano. As a matter of fact, it did. Because despite my mother's protestations, I decided I need my mage to deal damage so I don't die while I'm down in the deep roads. And turns out, if you have your sibling along for the ride, they get very, very sick from all the blight. And they're like, well, guess I'm gonna die down here. And thankfully, Anders is like, actually, I have some Grey Warden friends that I know are down here. We can probably get her to the Grey Wardens, and she can become a Grey Warden, which will protect her, but she will basically not be your sister anymore because she has to go undergo a special rite that I won't tell you about. But we as players know because we play Dragon Age Origins. And then she'll be alive, but she will be a Grey Warden, which some people consider a fate worse than death, so that's your choice. So we met up with the Grey Wardens, and Bethany's like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure I should do this? And I said, I have no idea, but I want you alive, and this seems to be the only way to do it. And she went, okay. And the Grey Wardens took her, and we heard about it, that a few months later, we found out that she made it out alive. But that was only because Anders was there. Dano, what ended up, if Anders wasn't there, what happened?
I don't want to talk about it, Storm Rage.
Oh, okay.
So we're about a week left, and then Bethany's looking a little peakish, a little bit like a little blighty. Not great at all. And gosh. And so she's obviously, we're still like a far ways out, and she is very, very sick. She can no longer walk. And it's like, well, what do we do? And then Varric's like, well, the only thing I know that you could do would involve a Grey Warden, and no Grey Wardens are here. And I was like, no Grey Warden. That was so annoying. And then, so then she looks at you, very reminiscent of Aveline's husband, and is like, I don't want to die that way. And then like fade to black, and then fade back in to you like walking up to your mother and being like, Bethany didn't make it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it got dark.
Now, Matt, what ended up happening to your sibling if you didn't take him with you? What happened to Carver?
So I come back and Carver's in this really nice suit of armor, and I'm like, what the heck? That's a really nice suit of armor. How'd you get that? He's like, oh, I joined the Templars. It's like, you realize I'm a mage, right? You know, that could be, it might be a conflict of interest, me being a mage and you being in the Templars. Like, yeah, I got this. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Have fun with the Templars.
Forever.
Not Not great.
Yeah.
I think I'm the loser.
I think the worst outcome, though, is if you don't bring Bethany with you.
She joins the circle?
No. Do you not know what happens to her?
I don't know.
The Templars come in and execute her while you're gone.
I thought she joined the circle.
She gets hung in the gallows.
Oh, that is the worst.
Yeah.
Whoa. Woof. Okay, so I thought I was the biggest loser, but not. So I thought there was a way that Bethany ended up joining the circle. I thought Bethany joined the circle, Carver joined the Wardens, or joined the Templars. They either joined the Wardens or they died. I didn't know there was a... That's crazy.
That is only based on the reading that I've done from our guides. So, that is entirely possible that something's incorrect.
No, she was arrested by the Templars and forced to join the circle.
Forced to join the circle. Okay, that makes sense.
Because I have it as Bethany will have been discovered by the Templars while Hawk was away, with Captain Knight Colin personally escorting her to the gallows.
The gallows, capital G gallows, which is the name of the circle.
Oh.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa, I was like, whoa, that's even better. I mean, worse, but better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am the loser. I am the biggest loser. Goodbye. It was dark. I encourage you all to YouTube that scene because it caught me off guard because I didn't. So in the first game I was playing, the first time I played a mage, and I had Aveline with me all the time. And so I really didn't need Carver very much. And Carver is kind of a grump to be around. And so I was like, yeah, dude, no, don't come along. It's fine. I really don't need you with me. So he joined the Templars.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even really know that there was like things could go sideways like that. And so this playthrough, when like mom came a call and I was like, oh, that's a little interesting. I wonder if there's like a reason why. Well, I made my choice. I'm going to stick with it. And then things went so sideways. And then like, she's like, you're lying in your arms and she's like, I don't want to die that way. And you're like, uh-oh. I played the prologue of this game, and I know what that means.
See, I would have rather have Carver join the Grey Wardens now.
You can go back and play it, but you shouldn't because it's interesting story. So.
Oh yeah, obvious. Yeah,
yeah, because like they don't when they join. I'm not sure about the Wardens, but I know like Matt for the Templars. He's not gone, so he remains part of the story.
Yeah, he's still around. Yeah, he's going to be around. I can tell he's going to be around, and there's going to be an issue because the person that's interrogating in the scene is like, oh, so that's how she had
Cassandra,
the champion infiltrated the circle. God, that's how that works. Okay, so and you guys like, no, that wasn't how it happened.
Cassandra's awesome.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. I love that we all have 3 different outcomes there. That was completely unintended.
Yeah, this is exciting. I'm excited to see how this
fantastic.
comes back in Act 3.
This game is great. This game is really good. Like the fact that you have 4 different outcomes, it's phenomenal.
It's cool, right? And I do love that they're like the devs very much were like, okay, player, this is a choice you're making, and we're gonna give you 2 choices to get out of this. You are making a decision right now. Listen to us.
Yeah.
All right. Let's head over to the Naga Sandwich unless you guys have anything more about the recap.
Nope.
Cool.
Taste my grilled cheese.
Storm Rage.
Munch, munch, munch.
I missed. I didn't even know it was there. Very large font.
Every time that Dano forgets it, I make the font a little bit bigger.
I feel like I've been losing my mind. I could not figure out what was happening there. I was truly thought I was going crazy.
This is Daniel's version of the objection drop.
Objection drop.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you about that someday. Storm Rage, give us the first good.
The first good is the different like branching paths of the Deep Road expedition, and how like just narratively I think it's really well done. For they present as this is a choice, be aware of this choice, are you sure you want to make this choice? And then it follows in, and then you can have that backup plan of Anders or not. And I think no matter the choice that is made, they're all pretty interesting. Like, I think Bethany in the Circle is interesting. Bethany as Grey Warden is interesting. Bethany dead is interesting. Carver in the same boats, but as a Templar instead of a Circle Mage, I think is also really interesting. And I think it's just really well done. And the storytelling aspects here are just really, really fascinating. And it's a great end to Act 1. Daniel, you want to tell us about the not so good?
Yeah. So, Dragon Age 2 stopped working for me. It like straight up Dragon Age origined for Storm Rage, but for me, like the game stopped loading. It would be like I'd go to log in and it'd be like, oh, 500 error, are bad, try again later. I mean, what do you mean you're bad, try again later? Like then fix it. And so I contacted support and they didn't get back to me, which I thought was really cool of them. And so I kept on trying, tried everything on the internet. I uninstalled and reinstalled everything, the EA loader, the game, the everything. I have the game through Steam. And so finally, after like reading through everything, I was like, this seems like a Steam problem. Like EA and Steam seem to like not work. And so I was like, well, maybe if I buy the game through EA, that will work. And so I went and I checked their return policy. And their return policy is you have 24 hours to return a game, or if you play it, and then 2 weeks if you haven't. So I was like, okay, that's a good return policy. That's great because this game wasn't on sale. It was $30. So bought the game again. Thank you for that, EA. I've bought the game for you 3 times now. I have it on Xbox 360. I have it here, and I have it. Yeah.
Few places.
Yeah, and so I don't think I ever played it on 360. I think I bought it and never played it. Funny. I don't know. I don't know.
I've played it on a 360. That's very funny.
I don't remember. If I did, I don't remember playing. I must not have played very deep into it. I don't remember it very well. So, but I did that, loaded it up, and then it still didn't work. It was like, hey, you can't play your game because you don't have the expansions. And I was like, I bought the Ultimate Edition. Why isn't it Ultimate? Well, you have to go in and like select the download, select the expand, all the stuff. So I went and I did that, and then it loads up and ran just fine. And hopefully it keeps working. And it doesn't stop working after I complain about it here, because I'm going to feel really sad if it does stop working. But yeah, that seemed to work just fine. Loads up now, runs great. So I guess good. I guess I'm happy about that, but a little bit annoyed that happened. And like, there are so many videos about this, about other EA games as well. This is like a known EA launcher problem. And EA's like, boy, that's too bad that you're having this problem.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so cool. Thanks, EA. I'm a small indie company and all that, I guess, right?
Yeah.
What's our best good, though, Matt?
Best good Sandal. Sandal's just the best good. Always the best good. Like, just his face when you walk into the room, he's just like, hello. You know, it's just like he's covered in blood and just whatever. It's like, oh yeah, I just murdered these darkspawn. It's whatever. And it just cracked me up so much. It just hit me in the right place at the right time there. I loved it. Sandal's the best.
It was real good.
Stormrage, what are you liking so far?
No, wait, we're going into 3 questions.
Oh, wow, yeah. That was the last good. Sorry. That was
There's
the best
a
good.
drop that happened, Dano.
What are we talking
Right?
about?
It's
I don't
like
know what any of you
it's like we
talking
haven't done this in a
Traveler,
What are we
5
talking about?
questions.
we haven't done this in a while.
3 questions.
Not only that, you ask him what are you liking so far, he has a different answer that's written down than the one that he said as the best good.
I don't know what you're talking about. Matt, what are you liking so far?
The cutscene right before you go into the deep roads. It's been so long since I've played. I completely forgot about the conceit with the cutscene. Like the fact that like you're being interviewed by the Chantry Inquisition. It's such a great little cutscene. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, I
Stormrage?
also
Nope.
had forgotten that exact same thing, and then it was Varric talking. I was like, oh yeah, that's happening. Really cool.
Right, and I also like the fact that it makes you realize once like you think about it, like was the battle with the stone golem that easy? Probably not, but you know, Varric tells a good story. So
He sure does.
Stormrage, what are you liking so far?
I am really liking the Oops All Mages party because it's fun and it's fast and people die. And I can't do that anymore because Bethany's gone. And I'm really bummed and I don't know what I'm going to do for my party comp, but it's probably good that she's gone for a bit because she was just my forever take. So I really just rotated between 2 other party members, and now I'll probably experiment more with, I don't know, a fine party comp with some warriors or someone that can take some hits or something along those lines. I don't really care, but yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Team Girl Squad with Aveline.
Yeah, that'll probably be what I try to do.
But it's not as good without Bethany, though. Trust me, because like Bethany
I
is
wouldn't
like
know.
just like completely. She's the opposite of Isabela, and so like Isabela, she's like Isabela, what's this book about? And then Isabela would be talking about the book, and it'd be like a spicy book, and then it's like, oh wait, never mind. And it was just like,
I'm good.
Oh, so good. It was such a fun. So running like Isabela and Bethany and Meryl was a ton of fun.
It's so fun. I love it a lot. Dano, what do you like it so far?
The end of Act 1 completely caught me off guard. Did not see it coming. And then when it happened, it was like a punch to the gut. And it was such a perfect spot for it. Like, you can't go back to a save state unless you want to redo the entire Deep Roads expedition. It's perfect. Like, you made your choice. We gave you an out. You didn't take it. Now you have to live with it. Or redo the entire Deep Roads expedition. It's outstanding. And it was so well done. And like the cut from like the fade to black of like on Bethany and then the fade back into Hawk walking out of the Deep Roads was awesome. It was so cool. It was like, it was exact. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was, the end of Act 1 was amazing. Amazing. Loved it. So, Matt, what are you struggling with?
Did I miss a DLC character?
I don't think so.
Because I think I might have missed a DLC character. If I did, it's no big deal. But apparently not. I don't know. Maybe we'll see him. We'll see Sebastian again.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure not. Okay. I was looking at our quests that's coming up next week, and he's not mentioned in them. So I don't know I don't remember when he comes back.
I mean, but I'm having enough trouble. I'm having enough trouble like getting everybody in my party anyway. I just want to put everybody in my party at the same time.
He's a bow rogue as well. So it's like if you're bringing a bow rogue, why wouldn't you bring Varric? And if you're bringing like another rogue, why would you? So he definitely is not really interesting, like from like a party comp. I don't believe I ever had him in my party once, actually, when I last played.
Yeah. Like I'm having enough trouble getting all the characters in a rotation anyway, so it's fine.
Yep.
Storm Rage. What are you struggling with?
Difficulty spikes are kind of weird. Like the one random room was the hardest thing I've faced so far, and it's like, why? I don't know. And so I dropped it down to normal just so that way I could make sure that I get through everything for this week, and I was able to pretty easily. And it feels like hard is the difficulty that I want to be at, because I like the danger in hard. I don't think I've had a companion go down since I went back to normal, but it also feels like there are some rooms that are not possible on hard unless you really know what you're doing, and I don't. I'm fine, but I don't really know what I'm doing, and the kind of difficulty spikes in weird places kind of throws me a little bit.
Yeah, that room is really, really hard. I almost respect to a sword and board tank for that one, because I'm playing a warrior two-handed. But like everything I've read on the internet for tanking in this game is, if you like, tanking is almost better with a two-hander because of how threat generation works. Like you just hit more mobs with two-hander, and you generate more threat that way. And so,
AoEs are like incredible in this game, by the way.
What's that?
Oh my god!
Yes, they are.
AoEs in general are just incredible in this game. I'm just like, I'm just dropping fireballs on groups of mobs, and they just blow up. It's amazing.
The frost mage stuff is really, really good. Like you not only do you control them with the frost, but then you also get the brittle debuff, and then your rogues and your warriors can hit off of the brittle debuff. So. Yeah.
My favorite thing when I generate a ton of threat by dropping a fireball in a group when they come out, and then they start coming after me, is then do a cone of cold where I just spray this like arc of like ice at them as they come in. And they all stop at their tracks and are brittle, and it's so good. It's so much fun.
Yeah, you can definitely play this game without too much of a traditional party comp again, which I think is really fun. I do think I have to bring Anders along with me from now on, because he's the only Healy mage left for me. And so that's a bit sad. But I my last playthrough, I was playing a mage. So I just had I did my Bethany comp that I had this time before Bethany shuffled off as Mortal Coil. And
she's fine.
And And so I had heals, then also did elemental stuff. And so I could bring whoever I wanted along as well, because you could do super cool crowd control stuff. I do think Storm Rage, as far as like you're struggling with, I think if I could go back in time, I would not use the DLC weapons and armor.
Yeah.
I think that really in Origins, I didn't feel like the DLC weapons and stuff really were.
Because you couldn't use
too-
half of them because they were either so late in the game or they were exclusive to Warrior. So if you weren't playing a Warrior, I don't think I got a single DLC item, to be honest.
Yeah. There was the super good rogue armor but yeah, you're right. But yeah,
I was a mage.
It wasn't game breaking. I was a
Yep.
warrior and it wasn't game breaking. And in Dragon Age 2, I think if you're playing fresh and you really want to experience combat like in a balanced
The way
manner
it's intended.
whatsoever,
Yeah.
I think you have to play it without I just wouldn't install the DLCs with the weapons and armors on
Or
it
just
and
don't
play it
or
that
just
way.
don't go in the treasure room.
Well, I just
Yeah.
wouldn't install the DLCs, right? Just don't install them, and then the
Yeah.
treasure room never shows up.
Fair.
That's I think if I could go back in time, that's what I would do. But at this point, like it doesn't make. I tried to like figure out a way to like, okay, I need to go back. Then I need to spend a bunch of gold buying like vendor trash, like weapons and armor, and so maybe I'll do that after the expedition's over now because I'm super wealthy. So maybe I'll pick up some vendor trash, weapon and armor, and see if it's better. But I don't know. I feel like on hard is kind of the new balance with like the weapons and stuff. So 'cause I feel like with Storm Rage, I feel like most of combat is still very manageable. It's not very difficult on hard. There's just the rooms where it spikes a couple really hard. I think that one spikes on normal as well. So
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Because even on normal, I was like, oh boy, am I going to die here? And that's the only fight that I lost a companion in.
yeah, but yeah, I do think
Yeah, no-
the armor's bummer.
What are you struggling with?
I'm doing a bad job playing with all my friends. Like I have my party comp and I've basically stuck with it. Like sometimes I will drop Varric for Isabela or vice versa, but Bethany and Meryl and Hawk, like those three were like in every single group I ran. And then mostly Varric, sometimes Isabela though. And that was it. I didn't take any other companions with me on anything else. And I feel like I did a really bad job of like playing with my friends. And so I think I need to find for Mass Effect 2, IGN had a great guide that was like, hey, for this quest, these two companions are your best bet because there's a lot of interaction here. So I need to find something like that for this game to force me to mix up my party. Because I even started getting repeat like conversations between the party comp. And so it wasn't like it was even continuing to be interesting. It was still funny, but like it was kind of the game was like, okay, Dan, like you could mix it up a little bit if you want.
Switch
Like,
it up a bit.
I didn't take another warrior with me at all at any point unless I was required to. So yeah, I need to I need to do that. I haven't had Aveline in my party since her husband died.
They just need to let me bring in at least two more people. Come on. Just two more.
Yeah, just two more. Just two more is all I need.
Matt, what surprised you about the game?
How easy it is just to pick it up and just remember where I was and what I was doing, and then like get back into the game, like after taking a bit of a break. Like it's I just picked it up, did the last couple quests, and I'm like, okay, I'm back into this, and I really want to play more, but I really shouldn't get too far ahead of myself. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it tremendously. Storm Rage, how about you?
I love that they didn't pull any punches. That they were like, hey, if you bring your sibling, they're gonna die. And I really expected them to pull that punch for there to be like a way that you can get around it or that you can find some route or pass some check, and you can't. I mean, there's no real good option for your sibling no matter which route you take. Like going to the circle is something that they have actively opposed for a very long time. Dying, obviously not good. Joining the Grey Wardens, yeah, we played a Grey Warden, but that's not a fun time. That is a curse for your lifetime. So I love that they were just like, hey, we're going to lean into this. Sometimes even choices, even small stories about somebody doing their best and trying to improve their family life, even those have hard-hitting moments that kind of come out of nowhere. Dano, what surprised you about the game?
Very similar. And we've talked about it, I think, all episode long today, but just how clever the storytelling is in this game. Like, even in like little secondary quests, like it'll be a 15-minute quest and they'll throw in some like a world building about the Coon, or you have, or you'll kind of reach a super important part of Act 1 and then it'll drop this emotional bomb on you. I feel like throughout this entire, and not to mention you have just the amazing like parts where Cassandra and Varric are having their conversation about from the future about current things that are happening and you don't know what they're about. And that is even so interesting. And then we have the time skips that happen in between acts and between story beats. And that is so interesting and cool. It is an incredibly clever story that they are telling. Really, really clever story. Let's sell the game to a friend.
You want to buy some death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
All right, I'm going to start, and I'm going to say, listen to your mother. Storm Rage?
Don't listen to your mother. Have a little fun.
Matt?
I'd also say listen to your mother, but really, I like this game so much, I did the show notes this week.
And that's it for this week. Next week, we are heading into the Brazilian forest.
Finally!
Probably.
Thank you so much for listening. Thanks to all our patrons for patronizing us. You can find links to the Discord and content information in the link tree in the pop description of this episode.
And Dragon Age 2 is a game, and games are supposed to be fun.
Yeah! Go explore those deep roads, baby!
This is the end of the show. Everybody bye!
This was fun. It's a fun week of video gaming, I feel like.
I
Agreed.
felt so as well. Can we talk about the fact that at BlizzCon, Dano, I think, enjoyed one of my favorite games less than any person I've ever known to play that game?
Sure, go ahead. Take it away.
Great. So it's a game called Blood on the Clock Tower, which is basically like a werewolf or a mafia-esque. It's a social deduction style game where you sit around in a circle and there's bad guys and there's good guys. Bad guys try to remain hidden and kill the good guys. Good guys try to figure out who the bad guys are and kill them. And we had, I think, minimum 10 people playing every time we played. Dano played 3 games in total and was the demon every single time. And the demon can be fun, but they are not the most fun role to play. I think for most people, it is like the mystery trying to figure out who the demon is. But if you're the demon, you're just stressed all the time. And Dano, having never played once, kept getting the demon, and he got the demon on the last game. I was on the good team. I knew he was the demon because he accidentally told me something, and I was like, can we restart? I'd like to restart so Dano's not the demon. And we were like, it'll be fine. And then I don't think Dano will ever play that game again, no matter what I ask.
I won't. So, like, as the demon, you choose every night to kill somebody. And so, as the demon, you can also choose to kill yourself. And, like, it's a clever thing you can do to throw people off. And so, I was like, well, 3rd game in a row, like, they're just going to choose, like, cause the townspeople vote on who to, like, vote off the island, who to sacrifice. I'm like, they're just going to choose me anyways, because, like, at this point, it's just funny because, of course, I'm the demon again. So I was like, I have to kill myself. So I did. And then just, like, goofed up on, like, what I knew what I had to do, but it's so stressful because you also have 2 minions who you have to tell them what part to play. And you only can do that when you are by yourself. So you have to find a way to get away from the group of everybody else, to talk to your minions, to tell them what part to play. and I told Teto the wrong part to play. And so I told Teto to play the part I needed to play. And if I had told Teto the right part to play, it would have changed that whole situation because I told him the wrong part to play. Then when I realized that, and so I was like, oh, crud, now I have to tell Daniel something different. And so I told Daniel something different, and it was an obvious lie. And he died laughing. Like, huge laugh out loud. Everyone looks up on the hill and was like, Dan was the demon again? And it was like, everybody knew immediately because of how hard Stormrage was laughing. And it was
it was pretty great.
And so, but no, it's not fun to play the demon. I'm sure it's fun to play every now and again. But like,
Yes.
And I think it'd even be fun to play a minion. Like, because the pressure isn't there as well. But 3 times the stinking demon. I didn't even know how to play any of the other characters. I didn't even like know how they worked. Because like you spend the entire time lying and stressing and like having people like try to feel like everybody's out to get you and grilling you. And it's this terrible, stressful feeling. And you are just lying through your teeth and you're like, everybody knows. And I was like, and so they played one more time, and I was like, I'm going to bed.
Same. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of social deduction games. I don't like lying to people, especially if they're my friends.
Yeah,
I just don't.
I mean,
I do. I love lying to people during games.
I could see that if like I had played 4 times and was a demon or a minion 1 time, it could have been really fun. Especially after the first time. I was confused the first time. Very confused.
Yeah, same.
And but like having to play the demon, you never really got and like if you only play the demon, you don't even know what it's like to be on the other side. So you don't even know how to properly lie because you don't even know what the game is like on the other side trying to figure out. So like if you play the other way and you've tried to like figure out who the demon is, you kind of know the tricks to like lie about. But if you've only played the demon, you don't even know what it's like to try to figure out the mystery. And so like you don't even know how to properly lie. It is very hard. It was too much stress. I'm never playing that game again. It was fun though. BlizzCon was great. All right, that's it this week. We are taking up to After Dark where we're going to talk about our vacation. Stormrage is going to go take care of Tally, I believe. But I'm going to go tell Matt about an accidental 5.5 mile hike. And then, and then I think we'll talk at you again next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.